When you have a son who is a superstar, you've got to think about security and safety. I mean, you've got so many people who want to, see him, be him, marry him, but you also got the crazies out there. Do you worry about safety?
Of course. I mean, I think every mom worries about their kids. So, but he's got really good security guards and a great team around him that, try to keep him out of dangerous situations.
Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in, discovered it, and managed him, and got custody of him, and promised to look after him. And then he sent him to the deadline.
Got me a Lamborghini.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last time.
The Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house. And he knows better than be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Diddy is cracking, and it's happening in real time inside the courtroom. After 4 days of testimony, disturbing footage, and celebrity whispers, Diddy finally snapped. Sources say he lashed out in frustration after hearing that Justin Bieber's mom may be called to testify, and the internet is losing its mind. And that's just part of what's unraveling in this trial. So let's catch you up, because day 5 of the Diddy trial just started, and with every hour, the courtroom is getting hotter. More celebrity subpoenas are expected. Usher, Scooter Braun, maybe even Pattie Mallette, Justin's mom. Now, before we get into Bieber's connection and how deep this goes, here's what you missed from day 1 through 3. The trial began in Manhattan Federal Court. Diddy's facing 5 major charges: sex trafficking, racketeering, transporting for prostitution, and more. Prosecutors say he used his celebrity power to run a decades-long trafficking network. Defense says it was all consensual. Then came the video, a hotel hallway clip from 2016 showing Diddy, Cassie on the ground, her dragging her bags. It gets worse. A responding officer confirmed Cassie had a black eye but refused police help. And then Daniel Phillip, a male stripper, testified that Diddy paid him to sleep with Cassie while he watched, multiple times. He also described Diddy dragging Cassie by the hair and hitting her in a hotel. Day 2, Cassie took the stand herself, visibly pregnant, dignified, controlled. She described the now infamous freak-offs, orchestrated sex parties where Diddy controlled the lighting, the clothes, the people, the mood. Cassie said it was the only time she got Diddy's attention, and that made her stay.
Again, just to reiterate what is a freak-off. The freak-off essentially was something that Cassie said she learned about through Sean Combs about a year into their relationship. He described it as voyeurism, wanting to watch her have sex with someone else. And she said that she did it because she was 22, 21, she was young, she didn't know any better, and that she wanted to please Sean Combs.
She also said that Diddy blackmailed her using private videos and ruined her music career when she tried to leave him. At the same time, her husband sat in the courtroom, watching Diddy closely, like a man who had waited years to see this moment and finally get justice.
I was in the courtroom where this trial is taking place, and I was sitting right behind Cassie Ventura's husband, and I watched him as he sort of glared at Sean Combs at times, at the family, especially during the period of time where the prosecution showed photos of 13 men, different races, predominantly black men. These are all men that Cassie was able to identify in terms of names sometimes and where these freak-offs, these alleged freak-offs took place, from cities like LA, Miami, New York, Las Vegas, etc. I can only imagine how painful it must be to sit there and listen to that testimony regarding your wife.
Then came day 3, cross-examination. Diddy's lawyers showed flirty text messages, including one where Cassie said she loved spending time with Diddy after the freak-offs too. They used this to try and make her look less believable. But the prosecution pushed back. They told the jury that trauma can sometimes look like consent when someone is just trying to survive. Anyway, here's a screenshot of the chat between Diddy and Cassie. Cassie's texts are in blue and Diddy's are in gray.
Read some of those explicit details where she is clearly excited about a freak-off and talks about entertaining other people in the bedroom.
And what has Diddy's demeanor been in this cross-examination as well?
There was a moment where Sean Combs was nodding in agreement when they brought up a message that he sent her, where he said, one of my favorite times of the freak-offs is when we're able to make love after. And then she responds, that's the same for me. Now, what's interesting here is that does match what she told prosecutors, or what she's been telling the jury all along, which is she did this and she said, but she really wanted to spend time with him after the fact. So he was shaking his head at this message where he's almost, I guess, agreeing that he did say, without him saying it, he enjoyed having the freak off and then having sex with her after the fact. And her saying, I agree with you, I love having sex with you after too.
Now we're on day 4, and just as the trial seemed to hit peak chaos, the Justin Bieber connection blew up online. For years, people have wondered about Diddy and Bieber's strange relationship, but now it's part of the courtroom story. The rumors say Bieber's mom might be supporting Cassie, or worse, planning to share something that could change everything. The more you look into Diddy's past, the more troubling things get, especially when it involves Justin Bieber. Now, people online aren't just questioning Diddy, they're asking what really happened between him and a 15-year-old Bieber. According to old claims that are popping up again, Justin Bieber's mom, Pattie Mallette, may have let Diddy take Justin for 48 hours of mentorship. It was 2009, Justin was just getting famous, and Diddy wanted one-on-one time.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but definitely a 15-year-old's dream. She signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So yeah, and we gonna go soon. Crazy.
We're going crazy.
The video is still on Justin's channel. It shows him and Diddy hanging out in a hotel, eating room service, and joking around in a weird, awkward way. But now that same video feels different, especially with the trafficking claims against Diddy. Fans are looking closer. They even found an old Howard Stern interview where Usher, the guy who helped start Bieber's career, was asked if he'd let his own kid go to Diddy's so-called Puffy camp. Usher's answer was clear: hell no.
I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year. That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn some...
Flavor Camp?
Yeah, that's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's.
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. But I don't know if I could indulge in understanding what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
But what I did say is that there were very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand it.
Turns out Usher lived with Diddy when he was a teenager, and he's admitted to seeing wild, crazy things during that time. So people are asking, why did Justin end up there too? Some blame Usher for bringing them together. Others point fingers at Pattie for allowing it. But all of this brings up a bigger question: was Justin a victim, or just another pawn in the music industry?
Actually, someone made reference to the fact that Diddy trying to get at Bieber the way he was trying to get at Bieber was looking a little predatory. And then Usher came in, discovered it, managed him, and got custody of him, and promised to look after him, and then he sent him to the jail.
Singer Jaguar Wright claims that Diddy was given temporary guardianship over Bieber during that 48-hour period. Bieber's team has never clearly confirmed or denied this, and fans are noticing. An old interview came back online this week. Justin is sitting next to Diddy, looking nervous. He starts to talk about the time they spent together, but Diddy quickly cuts him off.
Johnny Lamborghini.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I got it. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last time. The Lamborghini for a day or two. And he got access to the house. He knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
People are calling it a red flag, a hidden warning, a keep your mouth shut moment caught on camera. And it doesn't stop there. Another TikTok has surfaced showing a young Justin and Jaden Smith crying. There's no context, just pure emotion. But the timing lines up closely with those early mentorship years, and that has fans even more concerned. And now Pattie Mallette is back in the spotlight. In her memoir, she admitted to fearing toxic, long-term relationships in the industry and feeling guilty about some of the choices made early in Justin's career. She never mentions Diddy by name, but the timing lines up, and people are starting to connect the dots.
You have a son who is a superstar. You've got to think about security and safety. I mean, you've got so many people who want to, see him, be him, marry him, but you also got the crazies out there. Do you worry about his safety?
Of course. I mean, I think every mom worries about their kids. So, but he's got really good security guards and a great team around him that, try to keep him out of dangerous situations. Yeah, of course I worry. I'm a mom.
Yeah.
So will she testify? Right now, nothing is confirmed, especially after Justin's recent statement. But sources say she's under a lot of pressure, and if she does speak, her testimony could connect Diddy's actions to real trafficking claims. One thing is clear, Bieber's team is trying to control the story. Just days ago, his reps released a statement denying Justin was ever a victim of Diddy.
They thought about it for a while and then contacted us back, and they actually gave us an on-the-record statement that Justin is not a victim of Diddy. They said that there are other victims and they don't want to detract from them, but they said that Justin is not a victim of Diddy. So they were clear. They are now on the record, and it is consistent with everything that we've been told from people, again, who were with Justin at the time and who are with Justin now.
But fans aren't convinced, especially after Justin posted a video on Instagram eating pizza the very same day the trial started. The camera angle looked just like the ones Diddy is said to have used to record those freak-off blackmail tapes, and that's got people talking even more. One user wrote, "I feel sorry for Justin. He was just a kid and Hollywood chewed him up." As the courtroom tension grows, the outside world is watching Justin Bieber's every move, and finally he's responded. His reps just released a statement saying Justin was never a victim of Diddy.
They thought about it for a while and then contacted us back, and they actually gave us an on-the-record statement that Justin is not a victim of Diddy. They said that there are other victims and they don't want to detract from them, but they said that Justin is not a victim of Diddy. So they were clear. They are now on the record, and it is consistent with everything that we've been told from people, again, who were with Justin at the time and who are with Justin now.
Fans aren't buying Justin's team's denial. The timing feels too perfect, the tone rehearsed, and many think he's trying to protect his mom, Pattie Mallette, who's now under heavy scrutiny. Some say she should have known better than to hand over teenage Justin to Diddy, given his reputation. Others defend her as a mom doing her best in a tough industry. Just before the denial, Justin posted a casual pizza-eating video with a camera angle eerily like Diddy's alleged blackmail footage. Pattie hasn't named Diddy but admitted in her memoir to fearing the deals Justin faced and feeling responsible for his early relationships. If she testifies about that 48-hour guardianship, the trial could take a huge turn. What started as a trafficking case is now exposing a whole industry's dark side: celebrity power, silence, and protection. With Cassie's testimony, A-list names whispered and Pattie caught in the middle, many questions remain. Will she testify? Will Usher speak up? Will more takes leak? This isn't just about Diddy anymore. It's about what fame hides and who covers it up. What do you think? Should Pattie speak out? Drop your thoughts below.